Introducing first, this young gentleman from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Making his professional debut, he went in at 137 pounds. Amateur record, 3 wins, no losses. 2 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Josh Holt. His opponent this evening fighting out of the red corner. He too from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Also making a professional debut. He went in at 145 pounds. Also a good amateur record, 5 wins, 2 losses. 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Dangerous David Cardamone.
Win or lose, Cardamone always comes to fight.
Kevin Nix, of course, your referee, as the fighters come to the center of the ring. And David is so much fun to watch. And a guy that relies a lot on instincts, isn't he?
Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses, but he always puts on a great performance. And I tell you what, he lives for this. And once every 3 months, a chance to get out there in front of the crowd and fight.
And he is aggressive. He will start off that way.
Look at it. John Holt is undefeated in 4 fights and great on the kicker. And he's developing a big following here in Tulsa, too.
There's more of a slip there than anything else. The 2 fighters got after each other. You usually see this, don't you, Dale? They get in there and they get after each other and try to get some of those nerves out.
Yeah. A little jittery, the younger guys. Cardamone with left leg. That was a nice fake. John Holt faked a kick and landed a punch.
Cardamone trying to use the knee, but not a lot's landing. These quick guys, they have a harder time landing those legs, don't they? Because their heads are quicker.
Easy to get out of the way. Cardamone, in my opinion, is the better kicker of the 2 as far as getting the head kicks. Little John is the better low kicker. They put them together pretty good. Both guys, punch, kick, they just flow together.
Holt, it appears to have pretty good defense. Ducks the head, gets the gloves in tight. Kevin Nix will separate him here.
This is, Holt is 4 wins, no losses. I think 3 of those wins by knockout. Nice spinning back fist off the kick by Holt here. Cardamone's 5-2.
Now, as an amateur, Holt fighting at 137 pounds, Cardamone at 145. So is that going to make a big difference by the time it's over?
No, not really at all. And they're both making their pro debuts tonight. 5-2 amateur record for Cardamone, 4-0 for John Holt. Now that's 7 pounds away from us and making much difference at all. On the inside, when you're muscling, wrestling like that, a weight advantage usually comes into play.
Well, Holt's doing a nice job with the straight hands. He's gotten in a couple of times to Cardamone. Unusual to see Cardamone kind of defensive like that.
Yeah, he's usually not against throws. Nice combination by John. This is going to be a good fight.
That bell might have come at just the right time.
Yes, sir. Both guys feeling good about their work. I think the pre-fight jitters are over now.
Who do you give that round to?
I'm going to give it to John as you hear the crowd. Johnny. Just because he landed more effective kicks and a couple of good short knees.
It appeared that, again, that he had better defense and Cardamone needs to cover up a little more, but several of those straight hands got in there. And even though these guys probably are not strong enough to knock each other out without a perfect punch, it certainly will take its toll. Now, you hired these girls, didn't you?
Actually, they're part of the Extreme Bikini team, and you know what? As a promoter, I'm actually in this predicament where their bikinis continue to get more extreme every fight, and I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable about it. I think we're going to change ring girls.
Uh-oh. We're going to go with maybe the old-time ring girls?
Yeah, that's right. We have got Coach Mikey and my old trainer training David Cardamone, Lester Phillips, former world champion from Tulsa, training John Holt.
Now, both these guys know what to do.
Yeah, they're getting good advice in the corner.
Once again, you see Cardamone's hands a little too far apart as he comes on offense, and Holt taking a good advantage of that by getting with that straight right.
Tried to back fist again, little John did. Oh, nice left.
You talk about combinations, Holt's doing a very nice job of following himself up.
You might remind folks again that Cardamone is deaf, and so a lot of the things he does, he has to rely on instinct. And right there, the referee does a lot of touching when he breaks him up because David can't hear the commands. Same thing in the corner. Coach Egan there has to do a real good job of looking him right in the eye and mouthing the words so he understands what to do. And he's a good kid with a big heart. And, man, he's got a lot of fans here in Tulsa, but so does little John.
And what's Holt's background? Was he a wrestler in high school? Or?
No, John Holt actually started in Muay Thai kickboxing from my late friend Terry Gibson here in Tulsa. And then he decided he wanted to do it professionally, and I advised him to, have 4 or 5 amateur fights first, and he did. And tonight he makes his pro debut.
He looks awfully calm. You can see both guys starting to tire a little bit, but again, he's technically doing a pretty good job of keeping the arms up. That kick landed on the shoulder because of that. Now that one got through.
Nice counter kicks by Cardamone. Like I say, when it comes to kicking above the waist, he's better. Holt likes that back fist landing.
And in both times he's landed. Well, actually, he had 3, landed at 2.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
See both guys starting to tire a big time now because they got their mouth open. And that usually is something that causes form to go. When that happens, you are susceptible to getting that big punch. See the marks all over Cardamone's back already.
Oh, that's from his back being against the ropes and little John pushing him around. And again, that's unusual. It's usually Cardamone, the guy coming forward. Nice little short punches there from John Holt. And you're right. John Holt has the better defense, and he's throwing shorter, more professional punches. And that was a closer round that time.
But people used to talk about, like Ollie Frazier, the fact that Frazier was smaller, shorter, could he duck his head, come straight in and get to Ali, and that looks like a lot of what Holt is doing. He's just getting down a little bit lower and coming in and getting straight in.
Oh, there's Coach Mike making sure that Cardamone understood exactly what he meant there.
Right? Well, I think he got it.
Yes, sir. I think what he did, John's pushing you around. You're supposed to be the dog in there pushing the other guy around.
As he was referee Kevin Nix, try not to look at the ring girls. I'm telling you, those guys are important. The referees at Kevin's is about as good as they come.
Yes, sir. Lester Phillips, Mike Egan, both doing coaching there in the ring. I think this comes down to round 3, although I think Holt's a little bit ahead. But one of these guys is going to win round 3 big and make this decision easy.
And that's why usually, obviously, you see that big burst at the beginning of round 3. Let's see if we see these guys really get after it for about 30 seconds and they tire themselves out of it.
I promise you, Cardamone's in shape. He runs from where he lives at Swan Lake all the way to my gym at 51st and Mingo, trains, and then he runs home. He does not get tired.
That could have a lot to do with this one.
John Holt improves every single fight. Gets better and better. This is the first fight he's gone the distance in. I mean, he hasn't seen the 3rd round. He's been knocking everybody out. Cardamone's been the distance a couple of times. He knows what it means to go 3 hard rounds. Good right hand to David Cardamone.
Holt doesn't seem to be too worried about it, though. There's another good right.
Another right hand. The left hand's just getting lower as John's getting tired.
Yep, and you can see it there.
And Cardamone's doing most of the throwing right now. Good head kick by Cardamone.
When you're talking about being in shape, right here is showing.
It's paying off.
Cardamone, you can tell he senses it, too.
Got to be tough to get in there with the challenge that you can't hear. And, you don't know if the crowd's roaring for you, against